Hello world. I just wanted to welcome you to another edition of my YouTube live series. I'm Maya Ryan, and I have been doing vlogs now for the last 5 years, and I wanted to come here today to promote my vlog, Hello World with Maya, because one, my software needs to be rebooted, or needs to be repurchased and renewed so that I can do more vlogs and I can give you more day in the life type videos that you know and love. A second thing that I'd like to do is start creating more Facebook Live. I mean, I keep saying Facebook Live, but they're actually YouTube Live videos right here on YouTube. And what I'd like to do is, I don't know, I can't talk today. This is awkward, but what I'd like to do is create more YouTube live videos, and I'd like to put those into a calendar, and I'd like to have them possibly maybe for an hour once a day at a specific time so people know where and when to find me. And of course, these are always updated. Hi, Andy. How are you? I'm just up here recording another YouTube live video because I'm trying to draw more traffic into my YouTube channel. And I'm also in the process of promoting our all women or all autistic women's panel that is taking place on Sunday. And the name of this vlog is called the Powerhouse Strong Autistic Women's Panel. And they're going to be 7 of us, myself included, and all of us are going to be sharing our journey on what it's been like to live on the autistic spectrum or live with autism, have Asperger's syndrome, whatever. As I said yesterday, tomato, tomato. And so what I'm doing today is promoting that. And I'm also trying to, again, draw more traffic into my channel and let people know about this. And so that's the reason why I have my video entitled 7 Women in Chairs. And I got that from that news reporter from the News Tips version of 11 Alive Atlanta. He, by the way, had his head way too up his tushy, and he was too chicken to even reach out because our video wouldn't have been visual enough and there weren't any trends and blah, 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 whatever. But the other girls on the panel decided that maybe we want to make light of that. So I decided to take the whole women in chairs aspect, and I decided to call it 7 Women in Chairs so that I would be able to get other people's attention. And right now, what you guys are seeing is that I am live. I'm not working. I'm just live sitting in my office, and I've also been doing some blog work for Future Horizons, which is a publishing company that publishes books related to autism. They've also published a lot of the works by Temple Grandin, and I have been reading some of their newest books and writing reviews on them and writing reviews about their conferences. And I just wrote one review of a children's book, and I'm waiting to hear back from my proofreader so that I can get it edited and out to you as soon as possible. So please be sure to stay tuned to that. I'm also going to try to get into doing more journal and article reading so that I can put out the promised practical application and scholarly blogs that I wanted to do, and also talk more about the airport tour stuff that's going on, because as you know, that's one area that I'm passionate about, and it's just really cool. So, by the way, Andy, thank you so much for the thumbs up. And Andy, if you see anybody else around you, please be sure to share this with anybody that you know. I mean, don't go on social media. Just share this with anybody that you know. Again, I know that this is going to be posted onto my YouTube channel, and if for those of you that are joining for the first time, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and be sure to click that little bell that will get... no, I'm not publishing any books now, but I haven't written any books, Andy. I'm just writing a blog and a review on a book called, actually, it's a blog and a review. It's going to be on WordPress, and I don't want to spoil the surprise, but I would like to let you know that I'm writing a review about a children's book that was put out by Future Horizons, and it is a new release. Now, I'm going to be reading a few other books as well. Again, I don't want to spoil the surprise without having these posted first, but if you get a chance to go on to my WordPress page, or please be sure to look up those books that I've written about, and please be sure to go to the Future Horizons page and check out the works that I've written about. Like, the stories I tell my friends is really good. That's written by Temple's really good friend, Anita Lesko, who I met back in November after communicating back and forth via Twitter. And she basically wrote about the real Temple Grandin versus the way the media puts her out to be. And it's just really interesting. So please be sure to go and check that book out. It's often witty, there's a lot of emotions in it, and it's just often very, very moving. I wouldn't try to do anything else. I'd also like to recommend that you guys check out the book, Manners Matter. That one's about kids on the spectrum learning social skills and learning how to be polite. That's really good. And then another book that I highly recommend is Future Horizons Video Modeling, because there are individuals on the spectrum who evidently are so scared of a new environment that you have to create special mind's eye videos just so that they can get an idea of what they're doing. Like, you can create them to show an autistic what they're supposed to be doing in the work environment. You can create them when trying to teach them that they don't always go home all the time, or home from school, school to home. You can teach them about new places like going to the doctor, the dentist, or going to a new place other than McDonald's. It's just really interesting, and I wrote about the video modeling as well. And then I was halfway through another book, and I just never got around to finishing it. It has a lot of interesting meat in it, and I'd like to continue to put that work out there on the market, and I'd like to continue to read that book because it's really good, being that there's some things that I did training for at work that go along with this book. And again, I'm halfway through it, and then there are a couple others I want to read as well, and I just want to put into my WordPress page because I downloaded them. I just haven't gotten around to them to now. With my aunt's death, okay, hello, we have a new guest, and okay, they're just going in and out, but again, please be sure to check them out. But in case you're wondering about the autism puzzle piece, for those of you that are checking on here, I am autistic, and I have autism awareness up there, and I got that from Future Horizons when we did our last autism conference here in Atlanta last spring. And that was when I found out that I could blog for their publishing company, and that's what I've been doing now for a year. I actually got into the featured blogger because I did a lot of blogging, and I caught the attention of the people that were in there, and I also entered to win that opportunity, and I actually won. And I just keep on forgetting that I got into the featured blogs. So anyway, what is everybody up to today? It looks like we've only had one or two people on here. We only had Andy Norville. He's on here. Okay, so it looks like Andy Norville signed off, and it looked like somebody else signed off. I'm just going to keep on talking because this is going to be recorded live, and it's going to be archived onto my YouTube channel. Although I don't think there's anything more to say other than the seven women in chairs, because I think it's really important. So basically, this 7 Women in Chairs autistic program. Okay. Oh, hi. I think Andy's back. Or I have another visitor. I don't know. But anyway, the whole purpose of this panel is to raise autism acceptance and autism awareness for individuals who are off the autistic spectrum or the autism spectrum, whatever you desire to call it. Again, tomato, tomato in my mind. But one of the things you can do is, oh, hi, Andy, how are you? I saw you there. But one of the things, or one of the reasons why we've decided to put this panel together is because we have the media out there, and the media out there often portrays autistics as white males that live in first-class settings, or a lot of these autistics that are the high-functioning cases are very mild, like they're savants, and they're always male all the time. Yet, you never really hear about the females unless it's Temple Grandin. And there are so many other extraordinary females on the spectrum that the media just keep on missing. Like, there's Morinike, who I met last week. Okay. All right. Well, I'll see her at work. But anyway, I met Morinike last week. I mean, I heard her speak briefly when I was at the autism conference a couple years ago, and her friend and activist Lydia Brown was there. Now, Lydia is not a female. Lydia is a non-binary gender, but they are autistic, and Lydia does not go by she. Instead, Lydia goes by they, them, but Morinike is just amazing, and she's a woman of color. She is African American, but she's extraordinary. And she just told me that she's a college professor and she's a doctoral candidate. And nobody's paying attention to that. I mean, however, they are paying attention to some attorney who is on the spectrum, and everybody's boasting about how this attorney is the first autistic to be sworn into our United States legal system. And that's not true at all, because we have the Autistic Self-Advocacy Network. I have met a slew of lawyers that work for ASAN, like Lydia Brown and their friend Stephanie, and apparently Lydia's partner, who's also autistic and non-binary, is also practicing law. But anyway, I'm going to talk about some other women. I met another person on the spectrum that's a lawyer for ASAN. Her name is Stephanie, and I believe she's in a relationship with another woman. I believe that they're married. So the media is just missing ASAN and missing all of these great people who are autistic, and all of these women who are autistic. I mean, they're looking at Temple all the time. Sure, she's great, and I love Temple. I love Temple. I've connected with her several times. Why do you think I blogged for her publishing company? But the media is also ignoring Anita Lesko, and she's amazing. She had an all-autistic wedding and at a special autism conference, no doubt. And, I mean, Alex Plank was in that wedding as her husband's best man. And Alex Plank is the creator of wrongplanet.net, which is a special website for autistics to go and get their feelings out and relate to other people. I mean, I've even made friends from Wrong Planet, but yeah, I mean, they're ignoring Anita Lesko, and she is absolutely amazing. Let's see some other people that they're ignoring. I mean, they do pay attention to Carly Fleischman, but she doesn't use formal language, or rather, she's nonverbal, but she's amazing, and she'd like to start her own talk show. I mean, she's more popular than anybody else I've seen because she uses a device to learn how to talk. But I wish that she was featured more often, but she's pretty popular. Who are some of the others I've seen get ignored? We have Jennifer O'Toole, and she also is on the spectrum, and she has a company called Asper Kids, and she's great too. She's just so full of knowledge. So what we've decided to do is present ourselves as 7 women on the spectrum, and what you're going to see is that, yes, we're women, we're autistic, we're brainy and smart, but what you're going to hear about is the neurodiverse tribes, the neurodiversity, which is really, really popular. You're going to hear from some really cool people. You're also going to hear about some other diseases that can come along with autism or autistic spectrum disorder. And one of those is selective mutism, and it's genetic, and it's very, very rare. And you're going to meet Becky Winter. She's going to be down here this weekend, and she's really sweet too. She's written a book, so please be sure to check her out. Anyway, I'm going to get off now, and I'm going to let this phone charge, but please be sure to check us out this weekend, because we're going to be live on YouTube, and we're also going to be live on Facebook, so please be sure to spread the word if you see this video. Till next time, I'm Miyah.